They're magical.
They must
Magical.
be. They
Must
have
be.
tech team, and we do it all by ourselves. Hi, how are you doing? Can you see us? Can you figure out?
Cheers.
Yeah, yes,
We're
anymore?
live.
We
We have
are.
a,
Look at that.
we have a time
Interesting.
delay, but we're live.
There is always a little bit from the real one to the one that we. There you go. Hi.
Hello,
It
Miss
is
Wendy.
Thursday evening. How are you?
Oh, what are you having? Some sangria?
Oh no. This is cranberry juice and cherry juice and bubbly. It's just
Bubbly
carbonated water with fruit
champagne?
juice. What are you drinking?
And you gave me heck for wanting to go dry this evening.
No, I wasn't. I was just curious.
I did have a coffee at 7. I had
Oh
a Zoom
my.
call. I had a Zoom call at 7, and I was honestly ready for bed at 7 o'clock. But I was like, oh gracious, could you imagine being up that like I would be bed that early, and then I would probably be up way too like 4 o'clock or something ridiculous.
Well,
This is my homemade. Yeah, this is my homemade Bailey's.
Nice.
It's actually really tasty. So.
Oh, and
I
you
have
made it
that
with
recipe. Yeah.
You made it with what, whiskey or
I
Irish
made
whiskey?
it with Scotch, actually, because when we were in the States, we bought a Texas Mickey of Scotch for $12 at Costco, which is ridiculous. It takes a cup and a
Costco
half.
sells that, eh? Yeah.
I know. It calls for like a cup and a half or a cup and 2/3 of something like Irish whiskey if you really want that Irish sort of flavor to it, Scotch, whiskey, whatever. And then a little bit of chocolate syrup, a little bit of instant coffee, and then it's like a can of sweetened condensed milk, although I think there's bigger ones, but it's fine. And then heavy cream. There are no calories.
No, not much at all. You can actually maybe low carb. I think you probably almost even keto.
Well, this almost could be keto.
Almost, except for those few calories in there.
Well, if it wasn't sweetened condensed milk and you use maybe stevia, then it would be a little more keto because heavy cream is keto.
Yes.
All the way. Yes, here we are, 9 o'clock, coffee club.
Yeah, this is an interesting, different shift on things.
Yeah, do-it-yourself cocktail recipes. Catch us tomorrow for our cherry whiskey. Do you know why? Because it's good for the gout.
What, whiskey? Whiskey's good for gout?
Cherries.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I've got cherry juice.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, some cherry whiskey. I remember as a kid, cherry whiskey, yeah. My mom would make cherry whiskey and Kahlua and Bailey's and all this really great stuff. And then my friends tell me they used to do from high school. I'm thinking I was never invited to those parties, so it must have been after we were married. They would make homemade Bailey's, homemade Kahlua, and homemade Grand Marnier. And then they would sit and get trashed on B-52s all evening. That's to have a B-52 party and just get trashed.
Oh, I had my boyfriend in high school had his parents made homemade root beer, but it fermented in alcohol into like an alcohol. It was so good.
Right. And my
root beer like that. Oh,
my grandparents would make root beer, but it would just be root beer. But their apple cider had a kick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All these home recipes are coming out. I actually was thinking of your husband today. What was I thinking? There was a book. I was going through Amazon and there was a book about home moonshining and stuff like that. And you were talking about I'm doing this or wanting to do some moonshining or something.
He so wants to do it still. Yeah. He so wants to make moonshine. I have another friend, her and her partner do that right now. And it is so good. I have some maple moonshine here, And I tell you, and I remember last summer, I went to the Moonshine Festival, and or if you don't remember, I went to the Moonshine Festival, and so there was a couple of 3 distilleries there, so I got to taste all of them, and it has that really kind of punky moonshine flavor, like you would think moonshine would taste. But their stuff was actually so good. Like they do an excellent job with it. So it's definitely an art. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. Wow. I mean, even if it's not an art right away, you've got lots of fun trying it out all the way through.
And if not, you can make rubbing alcohol. It's all good.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what a lot of our distilleries are doing nowadays.
Yeah,
Sudbury, all over the place, they're making this rubbing alcohol, which is amazing.
I was joking with my mom earlier because I said I didn't get sanitizer for the cottage, right? Like hand sanitizer, and there were no Lysol. Again, no Lysol wipes. But I still had some from last year. And no sanitizer. So I was joking with her and I said, well, I did go to Crosscut and I did get my Hascap and rhubarb gin. Now I can go get more. And they have a sage and dill pickle vodka.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I've never had a flavored vodka like that or anything.
Oh, I'm honestly looking forward to that one. And then they're selling the hand sanitizers and the alcohol for sale. You have to call it in and pick it up curbside. But yeah.
I know our friend Darlene actually is working part-time there now too. And she's been telling us and showing all kinds of different posts and different things that she's been doing from there. I love that people are kind of making the best situation out of a bad situation. So it's kind of cool like that.
I think a lot of people are. I mean, I can tell you that probably there's a lot of people that are super stressed and just unbelievable with that. And but you have to. We really don't have a choice. I mean, I could go work and those types of things. I'm kind of putting my mother-in-law at risk. But it's not to that point yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go and do some work, but.
Well, I don't know, but according to the news there this afternoon, they were saying that things might start opening up soon. So even my daughter who's in Toronto we've been texting back and thinking, oh, it's going to be soon. We're going to have a visit soon because I haven't seen her since like November. So it's been a while. But, yeah, we were all kind of waiting for that opening up so we can connect again. But this is where this kind of stuff is really kind of cool because otherwise I'd probably never see you otherwise. And all these other people have been able to join us on our group chat. So
yeah, it would be really great if everyone would say, come and say hello Anna, she's watching right now. Yeah, so and it's fun. I know that been busy baking all of my recipes for my 7-day detox, so that's been a lot of fun. I even whipped up some sourdough bread again tonight, but it's hard to say, right? I left it out to sit in my bread maker for 6 hours before it made it, right? I never know to trust that pause, right? But yeah, I think I could have cooked a bit longer, and I think next time or tomorrow when I make another loaf, I'll probably use the darker mode and use the whole wheat portion because we kind of find it maybe a few more minutes would give it that texture. I don't have the bowls nor the patience to let it sit overnight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. My house is too cool. So it's yeah. And I'm sprouting broccoli seeds.
I was going to ask you next. Can I wait? Because I know you've been busy the last couple of days out of the house. So I've been anxiously waiting to see your sprouts coming up. I'm like, are you going to be home tomorrow to do some sprouts?
I'm finished all of my alfalfa sprouts. The mung bean, I haven't done anything yet. I should have thrown them in my soup. So maybe I'll rinse them and add them to that black bean soup that I had prepared. Although it didn't end up being black bean soup, it was more of a melange because I just used my dry bean mix. And the beans turned out fantastic, Wendy. I'm always so afraid of using dried beans. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just a perfect amount of salt. I have no idea, because I've tried it before and they always taste so al dente or whatever. So
yeah,
really, really happy about that. And I find maybe it's just because I'm actually eating something, I don't know, I eat every night, but my face is glowing after supper. I did the same thing yesterday with that quinoa. So maybe it's the cumin and the turmeric kind of generating that internal heat and
thermogenesis going on.
yeah, so which is fantastic, because you know how when you eat something and you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, that's super, right? I love that feeling. So
yeah, and once you start incorporating a lot of really good foods like that too, it does start to come from the inside out, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling. I'm actually ramping up too with what is it? We're doing a lot of cravings, looking at all the different types of foods and cravings in my private group this week. So I've been throwing a lot of really cool recipes in there, and it's just been really interesting looking at the different ways of what we can do for these cravings, because I know, again, we're stuck at home, we're kind of bored, we're feeling like the last couple of days it's been raining. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been feeling really kind of like ugh, and looking for those carbs, and so this is kind of what we've been looking at and changing over in the private group this week. But I'm really kind of excited because I'm ramping up for next week, and we're going to look at all kinds of different beauty products and skincare and self-care. So kind of changing the mood a little bit and taking care of ourselves. And yeah, I'm really I know a couple of you that are in my group and seen me before, because I put on this avocado mask and I get my hair all up in my coconut oil, and everybody's just like, lady's a little crazy, I think. I don't know.
She's one of those ladies. Yes.
Yeah, she's one of those ladies. She doesn't cook so much, she just puts stuff on her body. A little weird. But yes, it's fun. Yes. It's all fun. And I mean, these are all kind of things that, some people sew masks. I put avocado on my face. What can I say?
Yeah. This week has just flown right by. And so I'm going to run the 5-day detox again because, oh my gosh, you don't have a chance to cook. I don't have a chance to cook all the recipes. I don't have a chance to demonstrate all the recipes. I don't eat that much food. That's the whole thing. I just don't eat that much food. And to make miso soup and I just love it all. And so most of it I'm going to have prepared for the cottage if we head there to do some more stuff. If not, I'll just prepare it here. But I went to Costco yesterday, and what a great opportunity, because I grabbed hummus and I grabbed some tzatziki, and so that's really helping. And you don't eat those crackers and cheese. You don't eat that aspect of, and the avocados.
Oh,
so big and delicious. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nice. Amazing. Yeah. And then tomorrow when I'm live tomorrow, I'll talk about my sauerkraut as well that I made.
Yeah, that's another thing, eh? It's been brewing for about a week now, I think.
No, like I bottled it up before I left for camp the other day. I took some to camp. Has a little salty, but it actually is really good. It's very fermented. It's crunchy. It tastes great. It's great. James thought it tasted more like coleslaw, so I think letting it ferment a bit longer would be a bit wiser. But I wasn't around, right?
Okay.
So maybe I'll make kimchi the next time. So I was gonna say, from heading out to my husband's workplace this morning, when you all saw me getting into the backwoods of Sudbury, like always, you don't have reception. And then coming back in, Wendy, you have to make sure you go for a walk tomorrow morning, because the buds have just burst. Oh. The poplar trees have burst. The green grass. As soon as we get that little lick of sunshine tomorrow, you'll see everything just just pop, and that will certainly just rejuvenate you and just get your, to get that whole spring feeling in there. So
yeah, well, I know those couple of days I've been taking a bike ride pretty much every day. So, but these last couple of days with the rain, I guess I'm just too sweet to go out in the rain. I don't know. I'm afraid of melting or something, but I decided, no, I'm not going to have to go out on the bike today. So, but yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to getting out tomorrow and seeing everything, because yeah, it's that really first signs of spring that I just love so much. So
yeah,
it's amazing how it changes the mood. It's I don't know.
It is. It is. I just love how it's, just quick, and that smell and listening to it. Last night, although it was a little damp, I did get caught in it when I was at Costco getting propane. I was soaked to the bone.
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah. Jackie was saying that she loves the smell of the rain too, and I know so many of us really love that after the rain.
Fresh.
That smell of it, and that's those negative ions that we really want to get towards and are attracted to. And that kind of thing that we get through the exchange of you're in your foot detox too. We get those negative ion exchanges, and just amazing feeling. It's like being by the seaside or after the rain, or just and not only just that, but it's just really kind of cleansing. And yeah, I always like this kind of rain. I do like spring rain. I like this kind of rain because it takes the last of the winter snow away too. So it's really,
it does.
Yeah.
And we really needed it. Like when the grass was the bush, when you're walking, it was so dry. Like,
yes, it was
unbelievably dry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really great. And so it's nice to see everything that is happening, and lots of great things are going on, and I'm just so excited. This is going to be a really good week, and I think that we've been sort of you'll see everyone sort of ramp up and get those things done that they've had on their to-do list, because it may end, and it may end soon as in 4 weeks. Yeah, so a couple weeks or 4 weeks, or who the heck knows what's going to happen.
That's not soon. We're hoping, I guess, maybe next week, but no.
I don't know. It's such a mixed bag. I don't listen to the news. I try not to listen to the news. Whatever will be,
only
will
once
be.
or twice a week I will listen to the news. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I can handle.
I was listening. Well, I mean, it was interesting, the whole vaccination process, but there's no vaccination yet for this. There's no vaccination for SARS. So it's, why would they think there's a vaccination for this? But an interesting topic with reading and watching the video with Dr. Dan Pompa. I subscribe to his newsletters because he does a lot of detox and things like that. And he's out of the States. So his discussion was the immunization card in the States.
Oh.
Right. So whether they're testing, they'll be testing everyone for antibodies. So it's not like you're getting an immunization, because there is no immunization for it, but whoever already tests positive for the antibodies this is their theory. This is what in their discussions, then they'll be able to go back to work.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's so many people that have already tested positive
and survived. Yeah. Without us even realizing that they had it.
So the theory goes in the States. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they'll do. And James was watching. They're having marches and walks and protests.
They want to
all
get
over
out.
The place.
They're having lots of cabin fever down there. Whereas that's just 6 months or 8 months of winter up here. Am I stereotyping?
Yes. Yeah. We're a little more laid back, and I'm so thankful that we've been able to contain ourselves and be able to control that urge to break out and protest, and we're just kind of that laid back. Yes, we'll do it for now and see how it goes, and push our limits. And
people are getting a little antsy, but I think I still think it's still going to be yeah, we want to get out, but they're still not going to, you know, protest and riot and everything else too. They'll just get a little bit more angry. We'll just quietly get angry. I don't know.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Like the turkey season just opened up down south. Bear season opens up tomorrow. So people are getting out and hunting. Some of the fishing has opened up. Some of the marinas are now open up under discretion for themselves because people do have cottages and homes, secondary homes on the water. And so it'll be interesting. Once the warmer season comes, then we may protest. You never know, right? For people down south who need to get away to their cottage, or people up north or in the Quebec, like so many people go. So it'll be interesting how much longer everyone can be patient.
Well, that's it. I like I said, my daughter is in Toronto, and she says it's crazy because in her little neighborhood, she's in like York area, and she says it's business as usual for the most part. And unfortunate, but she says, I'm staying in, Mom. You know, I'm like, okay, that's great. She's got a mask and everything else. It's not like she really has to get out other than to bring the dog outside. Her and her partner, you know, are just hunkering it down and just doing what they can. But she says there's so many people that are just out and about. And so I'm hoping if we do end up going out early, or if we end up pushing the envelope a little bit, that we don't end up getting another, you know, a second wave coming through. And the thing is that they're saying now that we are kind of flattening the curve, but unfortunately the people that it's still affecting is our elders, to a devastating effect. And this might end up being something along the lines of, you know, the survival of the fittest kind of situation where, you know, adult people that have a stronger immune system are going to be able to be okay, but it's really going to hit our immune compromised people, and mostly our elders. So I don't know what the answer is to that, to be honest with you. I mean, it's my parents are in that age bracket, my mother-in-law, you know, there's lots of people, even some of the people in our age group too are immune compromised at this point. And
they are,
basically, if you can't make it, that's part of it, I guess. I don't know what the answer is, but we will have to just take it one day at a time and then go from there. That's all.
Yeah, it's so hard in that aspect because it is. You have to take care of yourself. Like, even though, I mean, here I am drinking tonight, but but it's that understanding and recognizing where we do need to correct ourselves for these types of situations. This will not be the first, right? This is not just the first. It won't be the last. And it is that aspect of maintaining the best health of your body possible to withstand these challenges. Right? And I know that I can be doing better, and, you know, I'm going to ramp it up the last 4 weeks here. Really take it home hard. Bring it home. Go big or go home. But no, it's such and really we'll look back at this going, oh my gosh, it was such a great break and I should have done this, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. We might, but it's really looking and taking good inventory of things and seeing where your own health is, where you can, you know, incorporate better foods, incorporate lymphatic movement, incorporate fresh air and breathing exercises, stress reduction and dry brushing, all these different things that we can use to support our body, our natural process of the body, the healing process of the body, and even having something at night to relax yourself and to calm down and to make the melatonin work better. Just kidding.
These are about 3 ounces.
usually 2 or 3 10-milligram pills. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I think the thing is also, I don't know whether you've heard this. I've kind of heard it, you know, when you're kind of reading through feeds of things. Everyone is having such vivid dreams.
Oh, really?
Lots of people are dreaming and remembering dreams, and they're just crazy stuff. And I wonder if it's because they're actually getting into their REM cycles. They're actually getting into deep sleep because they don't have all this crazy work stress.
Maybe. I don't know about, it's going in the complete opposite for me. My ears perk up at the, like I had a newborn in the house or something. I'm waking up at every little thing in the house. Right
really?
Now.
Oh no, I'm like out.
Melatonin's not good for me at all.
Last night, James had the craziest dreams. And I know I'm dreaming, but I never get up and write them down. And I should probably get him to start doing that, start journaling his dreams. But I'm like deep sleep, snoring, deep sleep. And I don't usually do that. And he's like, wake up. I'm like, I'm in deep sleep. This never happens.
Why did you wake me up?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good. I think there's, you've got both. You've got people who are really not sleeping, really in undue stress and really not resolving with it. And then you have other people who are actually like crazy dreams, deep sleep, and going through the proper REM cycles. So, and I've noticed people are really, maybe it's just me. So let me take that back. But as soon as the sun sets, everyone's getting into bed. Yeah. Right. It's that circadian rhythm is starting to, well, for me, it is like that circadian rhythm, my winding down. I'm not watching Netflix. I think everyone has worn out their Netflix. There's nothing new. They've gone through Amazon Prime.
Everything that we can.
Binged everything. Now they're reading. But, it's getting away from the blue light. It's getting away from that bright light. Like if you were to see my computer, it's down to the dimmest, like it's an orange color now, trying to reduce that blue light that's, breaking that melatonin production in the mind or in the body and helping us to sleep better. So if you're having those issues of not being able to fall asleep, make sure that the blue light filter is on your computer or the blue light filter is on your phone.
Just turn it off.
Well, yes, but some people are so programmed.
Don't get crazy, Wendy.
Yeah. Whoa. Slow down.
What the hell is she saying?
Making sure you're taking some magnesium or an Epsom salt bath. Yeah. And turning down the lights and not turning the TV on are all really great habits to have when you're trying to get back into better momentum of sleeping.
Especially when it comes to things like the overstress that we're going through, or even, God forbid, hormones for women of a certain age. I mean, it could happen, but I know specifically too, it comes down to the foods that I eat, because if I have a heavy carb meal or I have a little bit of dessert or something sweet in the evenings, that's it. My hot flashes are just like, hello, it's time to wake up. Let's go have a party. You don't need these blankets. Yes, now you do. Now you don't. Now you do. Now you don't. And we have a party dance at night. But so, yeah, it's those hormones too. And it's just a matter of being aware of that's what it is. And it's a symptom. And if you know better, you do better sometimes. Sometimes you don't, depending upon your cravings or what you need. It's a big cycle of craziness. That's all I have to say. I don't know.
We'll have to talk later. You already did your thermography. I need to remind you of that. Yeah. There are ways to help that, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyways, join my 5-day hormone detox.
No. Yeah, well, that too, definitely. I have to cut my sugar out, but I definitely have to go that step further with myself, because I know it's going to take more than just food, and I'm going to have to really decrease my inflammation and probably get on some tea or a female tonic of some kind and really do that. You know, we
Yep.
are our own worst enemies. That's all.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are. Yeah.
I mean, but it's just part of the journey. I guess I would have nothing to bitch about if I did. If I cleaned up.
Yes, the ebb and flow of our lives. This is the day of our lives. Well, this is
a little giddy in the evening.
So we're going to try and get on tomorrow morning for 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And good. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And we will chat again tomorrow, and perhaps we'll talk about willpower, Wendy.
Willpower is a good thing to talk about. Yes, yes.
I think that'll be fun.
Off now.
Yeah. Willpower.
Yeah.
Who has it? Who needs it? Who wants more?
Mm-hmm. I think all of us.
So I think so. It's good crack of the whip. So thank you so much, Wendy. This has been such a good laugh, and I appreciate organizing this because it's always good to see you. So
wow. That's what well, it's good. I need to do this for as much as I think everybody else does right now. It's that connection that we have to do, even though we're not drinking coffee, which is a good thing for me anyways.
Which is good. Yeah.
But it's, we need this connection. We need to do it. And I don't know. It's maybe a good thing to even continue even after we get out of this prison.
I think so. Well, and I find even, so the whole Zoom thing, even with church, everything, every single one of their ministries have switched to Zoom. So it'll be interesting to see, yes, it's great to be in person, but it's really hard for people to get away when they have kids. Mm-hmm. Or it's late and they have to drive and all these types of things. So it'll be interesting to see which programs stay in a Zoom format. Right. Because I from what I understand, the attendance has been incredible.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, just amazing. And but yes, everyone wants that whole connection again, that being in that community. And this will be our second communion time this Sunday without being at church.
Nice. Well,
so, yeah,
nice, but it's good that you guys are still connected.
Yeah, we still.
The whole point of all of this is the connection, because I don't think if we had to do this back in the 80s, perhaps, goodness, what we have done back then, and other than put
teleconference. We would have done teleconference. Everyone would have picked up their rotary phone and dialed in.
Oh, I don't even remember that, to be honest. You're older than me.
No,
but it was a party line, maybe.
The party line. No, the party line was more the 70s. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know. Back in the farm.
I was at the farm. And you only had to dial the last few digits of the phone number to get the connection and move. Then we had the party lines, right? So everyone would share a line. Yeah. And you always had to double check, or you would quietly pick up so you could listen to what your neighbor was talking about.
And then all of a sudden your name was in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I always knew when I was visiting my grandmother, because all of a sudden it was in the newspaper.
It's in the newspaper. Wendy was down to see.
Yeah. Visit her grandparents on the farm. That little crazy redhead. Anyways, okay. I'm going to just go, because otherwise I'll be here all night.
Okay. You go. Get some rest.
Yes.
Well.
And we'll see everybody first thing tomorrow morning, 8:00. Or thereabouts.
Perfect. Thank you so much, you guys. Sleep well.
Sleep well. Good night. Let's see. Are we still here?